Yo, that's that money
Boy
right
Travis Harris, I'm here, Extra with the Shrimp Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Because we need those viewers, you know what I mean? Get this going out. Here with my guest today, Wavy McGuire.
What up? What's good?
What's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm here, just chilling. I was here with the first guest. I don't even know what happened. He just disappeared, but
Nah, he quit.
He quit?
He walked out on me.
That's how it goes, man. This podcasting business is serious, man.
Definitely is, my brother. Definitely is. Let me ask you, man, Wavy, how did you get into comedy, bro?
Shit, I got into comedy doing improv at first. So I was doing improv with Cypher Sounds.
Okay.
And, that led into, doing open mics at the Stand.
All right. The old Stand, not the new Stand.
On 23rd Street. That's where I started. And ain't no shit about what to do with jokes, man. I was just up there running my mouth.
Yeah, that's right.
As most people do. And, build from there, I'm here now.
Yeah, so how long you say you've been doing stand-up?
About 6 years now.
6 years?
6 years. First two, I don't even count the first two.
Wow.
The first two is like it would be learning the craft. So I don't really count the first 2 years of doing comedy, but as I progressed after those 2 years, then I started. So 6 years minus the 2.
Okay, so so 4.
About 4.
Yeah,
4 strong years.
4 strong years. All right,
Strong years.
You had me doing math a little bit. I thought, I put the 2 in front of the 6. It would give me a negative number.
Right.
So I didn't know what you were doing there. Okay, but so let me ask you this then. Throughout your journey in comedy, have you gained any mentors throughout your journey and stuff like that? Can you share a few that you talk to on a regular basis?
On a regular basis, first mentor would be Tony Rock. That's somebody I on the road with constantly, or I'm calling like, yo, how's this bit sound? Or he'll just sit there and watch me run through it. My first real mentor was Damien Rozier.
Oh,
yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I remember performing at Essence, and this is that story. So this is like this is like my first year. I think I was on a high. But I did a show in Philadelphia. I came back feeling strong, and I did Essence, and that was the worst career move. I just wanted to quit comedy after that.
What happened to you?
I get up there and I start telling jokes, and rest in peace. Damien is in a wheelchair. My first joke that I came out with was, I got into a fight with a dude in a wheelchair. I told him I'd push him into traffic, and that shit just went downhill from there. And nobody laughed. And I turned to the next person that was on my right, and I was like, yo, you get it, right? And he was in the wheelchair. And it was a wrap after that. So that's to show you, you can't talk about people in a wheelchair.
Man, you can, but it just
had to be funny, but that shit
came out the gate strong.
Yeah, I thought nigga, we was somewhere in Brooklyn. I thought my life was gonna be over.
Probably was. You never know.
They flashed me and gave me the light. I didn't even care. I was like, yo, I can still do more time. So he was like, no, shaking his head, like, no.
How you think they had to stomp you out though if their legs were over?
They'd probably rolled over me. You know what I mean? Tire marks all over my face.
That's the skin was going on. So I see you mentioned Tony Rock. So you talk about Chris Rock, brother? That's a connection that you got, Chris Rock, brother?
I don't call him Chris Rock's brother.
Okay. No. You definitely is. He's definitely established as who he is. But when people say Tony Rock, a lot of people might not know what Tony Rock is talking about. Not to say that he's not in his own lane. People don't know him. But for the viewers that might not know him, that's why I do.
Right. So Tony Rock, he's done stuff. You've probably seen him on the Apollo, Def Comedy Jam, All of Us.
Yeah.
Living Vividly.
And he's definitely touring, doing this thing.
Yeah. Stays on the road, stays busy. I think that's the hardest working man in showbiz right now.
Yeah.
And for him to put time aside just to mentor and do things, I think that's really dope.
So let me ask you this: do you have a newfound love for comedy when you started becoming stronger with your comedy? Because you said the first 2 years.
Doing comedy is always, you got to do it for the love. You know what I mean? I think I get the enjoyment from the smiles on all the women's faces and just everybody laughing. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's always telling me yo, being a comedian is like being a superhero. People laugh and you've done your job for you. Yeah. So there's times when people don't laugh and I'm just like, I want to quit. hit hard. Bombing is the worst shit
Oh
ever.
yeah.
But then you gotta take that lump.
You definitely do. You definitely do. But a lot of, all right, so let me ask you this. Sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off. Let me ask you this. Because a lot of young comics in the game today, they take bombing as like, all right, why am I failing like this? And they get so to themselves, or they get into their own head. They don't want to do comedy no more. They try to like, they want to leave immediately. But I was once a comic that was doing that.
Right.
So what kind of advice would you give a comic that bombed? And you just tell them like, yo, like, what would you say for them to like pick their spirits up?
It's like being a pilot, right? So if you're in a plane and you're learning to fly and you crash, get another plane and jump on it and continue flying. That's the only way you're going.
That's a strong analogy.
Yeah, that's the only way you're going to make the shit happen. You know what I mean? Like
that,
I
don't survive.
think it's like that with every field that you do. With doctors, how many people died before a doctor was like, "Yo, that's the doctor you should go see."
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
Like how many toes a surgeon is cut off due to gout before he says, "Yo, this is the right food you need to eat, so you don't continue to get gout." You know what I mean? Like that's the type of shit you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
People gotta lose limbs and shit in order for you to be like, "Oh, yo, you know, I fuck with that's the doctor. He knows what he's doing right." So, you know, if a doctor kills somebody, it's like, you know, I'm just gonna get back on the operator and take them and continue to operate until somebody lives. That's the same thing with comedy. You bomb, people don't laugh, they just don't laugh. And it's not you, it's not the joke, it's just probably the way you telling the jokes, the way the shit is structured. The shit is not working, you just gotta keep doing it. Eventually they're gonna laugh.
Yeah.
They're gonna find you funny.
Yeah, that's true. So let me ask you, you gotta relate it back to the young comics. What would you tell a comic fresh getting into the game? What kind of advice would you give that comic?
Keep writing, keep hitting new stages. You gotta keep doing what you gotta do. I mean, new comics always just want to come in and jump in the game and bypass, you know, all of the hard work. Like, nigga, it's a struggle.
Yeah.
Comedy's a struggle, so if you out there doing it, you know, look at all the greats. No one comes into this business funny.
That's true.
Even if you that type of person that's at the family barbecues or the family function, you making everybody laugh. That don't mean that shit translates on the stage.
That's true.
So, you know, you gotta keep doing what you gotta do. And that's what, you know, I'm not the greatest comic, nigga. I could probably kill one night and then get on stage the next night and it's just like, whoa.
Comedy is a roller coaster. A lot of people don't realize that. You can be at your high point one night, you feel like you're the man, and that next show you do, damn, we're gonna lose that. There's a disconnect.
That's what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
Real.
Yeah. This is a true profession. You gotta really love this game to want to stay in it. So let me ask you this.
I've been in this. I've been in it. Sometimes, you know, I wake up in the morning like, I'm gonna do some shit.
Sometimes I feel the same way. So let me ask you this. What's a better laugh? Black laugh or mainstream?
Now, telling jokes for all black folks
Okay.
is fucking difficult.
It is.
You know, you get on stage and they'll look at you like, nigga, I want to laugh immediately.
Yeah,
Before you shit is trash, they just, like, they judge you before you get on stage. But it's fun though. But I'll take black laughter over mainstream laughter.
Yeah, I would too. I love a black woman. She laughing, running back and forth, her wig fall off.
I love that. The eyelashes is up on top of the eyebrow.
You see her mustache starting to stand on top of her lip.
That's the type of laughter I love. Yeah. If I get that, then I'm golden.
Yeah. Once you get that kind of laugh, and you get this after the show, baby, you was alive. You had me dying in it like that. The oversell of your joke from a black person is just beautiful. I love it.
Nigga, so let me tell you a story. I was in fucking Cleveland. Did a show in Cleveland, right? I'm on the road with Tony. And for some reason we were in the back and we were talking about, no, I wasn't even in Cleveland, I was in Columbus, Ohio. We were talking about Cleveland. And I got on stage, it was like, yo, Cleveland, what's good? And everybody's like, what the fuck? And this shit just went over my head. I didn't even know what was going on. And I was like, yo, Cleveland, I said Cleveland was good. And they right in the front, nigga, this ain't Cleveland, it's Columbus. I was like, yo. Nigga, career went downhill from there.
So knowing your demographic, you would say, is something that you really need to know before you touch that.
Right, you have to. And what was interesting is after the show, you know, it was a sweet old, like, you did great. But that was just the sympathy, you did great. Like, nigga, go back home and make sure you know you're in Columbus, Ohio, and not Cleveland, Ohio.
Sometimes you need that, because that keeps your career going. Doesn't matter how you might walk out feeling. You might feel like you ain't do well, but when someone tells you,
Exactly.
it keeps the spirit high, it's exactly wanting to work.
Exactly.
So let me ask you this, my brother. What is, I would say, 2 goals you want to achieve for this year within comedy?
I need that TV credit. I need the television credit. And it's not just for the resume, it's just, like, I just want that television credit. So once I get that credit, then I'm good. I don't care if it's YouTube, I don't care if it's public access television. I think once you get that television, like they see, like I tell you the funniest shit, when I put a YouTube page up, you know, my niece and nephew found out that I had a YouTube page. Like my nephew went crazy. He was like, Mom, Uncle Wavy is on TV. It was just YouTube. And then he said like, yo, being that now he's on TV, he's on YouTube, if you think you can get free cookies and pizza, like YouTube is paying me that much money to get you. That's what
These kids you want.
That's what I want. I want that. You see me on you, oh, that's the nigga from YouTube.
I wouldn't want YouTube. Maybe something else.
Yeah.
I probably be on General Hospital or YouTube right after that.
That's the nigga that be on Snapchat.
I wouldn't want that either. I wouldn't want
For
Snapchat.
all the seniors, that's the nigga that be on AOL. Like that's what I,
damn,
you know what I'm saying?
that's old.
I want that.
So, alright, so what's goal number 2? So what's the second goal?
To continue to get better as a comic. That's that. I mean, that's just basically for everybody.
Yeah, a lot of people don't believe in that though. A lot of people think that they can get like 2 to 3 great shows a year and they feel like that's them, they solidified.
Nah, that shit.
Yeah, it does.
That shit. I know there's a comic that's running around. I mean, people that do that. If you kill 3 shows per year, right? What are you doing for the rest of the year? So that means you killing for the, so you can say, oh, I've never bombed. Like, yeah, nigga, because you only did 3 shows for the year. But if you did that shit consistently for 365 days, you getting booed.
Yeah, I'm about to say, get your lumps.
You getting booed 300 of those days. The 65, you just kind of like get the balance out.
So let me ask you this, my brother. What was the worst show you ever done? The worst show you ever done?
I can't say this was the worst show, but I think this was like one of those nights where it was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this comedy shit again. Like I was at some of the road we were at in Vegas at the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club, and Tone was there for the whole weekend, and Nell does her residency at the spot every Sunday. So she didn't have a host and she didn't have a feature, so she ended up taking, you know, me and Tone's host. Tone's feature, so I hosted that weekend, you know, that Sunday floor. And when I got up on stage, thinking I was about to kill, and it was just downhill from there. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know what happened. All I know is I went backstage after I brought up and she was like, you did good. But my crowds are thugs. And I was just like, wow. But that's a learning lesson because then you have to understand, like I said, you have to understand who your audience is, right? So you just can't go up there and immediately just start telling jokes. You gotta move people up.
Yeah.
And I think that's where everyone kind of lacks because if you just come up and start telling jokes, immediately everybody, you know, once a nigga start doing this shit, that means it's over.
No.
When they do this and they just watching you from the side of the chair and they just look at everybody else and see what's good.
Or if they start ordering food, mad laugh. You say, yo, they get
Get the chicken wings.
get the wings and 3 drinks.
Right.
Is somebody gonna say it?
But let me get some of that candy from your concession stand. That's just how they gonna do it.
That's exactly how that goes. Let me shout out the podcast one more time, man. It's your boy Travis Harris. I'm here, Extra with the Friend podcast. Got my guest, Wavy. That was very unprofessional, but it is what it is.
See, and this is what I want to say.
This is how we get paid.
This is what happens when you have a black-owned podcast. Like shit don't fall. Like then the host that was originally supposed to interview me, then he said he wanted to sit back and watch how this whole thing works and how this whole thing operates.
Nah, he said,
yeah, he's on his phone.
He said he quit.
He just walked off. Now he's throwing candy at me, candy bars.
He said he ain't quit it. He said, I'm up, I'm out of here. He said, listen, I'm a compensation.
He probably still don't even know what he's doing. Look, look, he got another candy. Like he's just stealing candy from the concession stand.
Listen, he was on the phone with PO to make sure he was good.
Man,
my man was good.
These two.
This dude here, man, I swear.
But yeah, like I said, man, yo, thank you again, Wavy McGuire, for coming out.
I appreciate it.
Definitely, this is Travis Harris, Extra with the Shrimp
Hold on,
podcast.
before you do that, you guys can follow me on Instagram, Wavy McGuire, that's WavyMagire, that's on Twitter too. You can find me on Facebook, that's Wavy McGuire Comedy. You can find me on Pornhub, that's Wavy McGuire with the little shit, the little penis. You can find, and now he wanted, so that's been my time. I appreciate my guy Trav.
Definitely, this has been Extra with the Shrimp podcast.
Yo, we out
next time.
Yup.
I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you will always get an alert when a new video drops. Plus join our website for information on all our shows, trips and getaways. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so by shopping at our store in the link below or visit www.whattodoent.com. This video was produced and directed by Toxey and created at What To Do Entertainment Studios.